All right, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We're here today with Mr. Jade Monkey. Say hi. Say
Hey.
it. All right, so we're going to be talking about the update that's going to be coming to Rust Console on October 30th. And let me tell you, Rust Console is back and it's better than ever only because we're going to get some more, how do you say it? Anti-cheat mechanisms in the game, like the new recoil, the random recoil. Say goodbye to the script kiddies and back to real gaming. So, also, if you couple that with the Rust Guard in the last couple months of since the cheaters have been banned, about 30,000 of them, to be
And
honest,
counting? And
yeah,
counting?
and counting. 30,000 accounts have been banned from Rust Console Edition, and I think that the development and the way that the devs are taking it is phenomenal. It's a step in the right direction, and I don't know. I'm so used to seeing people with mouse and keyboard in this game. Ever since they implemented Rust Guard, I think it's been just a tremendous experience when it comes to an open world survival game, period. I know a lot of people didn't want to play. The population was low for a little while just because every time you hopped on, it seemed like there was a Zerg or something or someone who just was like, oh, I'm going to use a third party device. I'm going to use mouse and keyboard. We'd be at a disadvantage. But now, I don't want to say no more, but slim to none when it comes to cheaters. If you've cheated before in Rust Console Edition, I welcome you to do it because you're going to get banned.
Please do it on your main account.
Yeah, with your skins.
Please.
Yeah, please do it with your
You're right.
skins.
You'll never get caught. Wink.
Yeah, you'll never get
it
caught
won't
ever.
affect you.
So
Well,
yeah,
you bring up a good point. With all these new changes coming in, a lot of people are like, "Oh, hey, I'm still using it. I didn't get caught today." I'm like, that's not how any of this cheating stuff works.
Nope.
It's been collecting data. It will collect data continuously, and as soon as it has enough to execute a ban, it's going to do it. So whether or not your friend, your boyfriend, or whatever is banned or not banned has no bearing on whether or not you get banned. Because if you've been cheating, it knows, and then when it comes by to do the sweep, to do the ban wave, you're going to get caught up. And it's just like shoplifting in real life. You should never do it. And a lot of people who do it keep going, man, I get all this free stuff.
Yeah.
And you're like, yeah, man, but you're going to get caught, and you're going to be really upset when you do. And then they get caught, and they're like, man, I had to go to juvie. And you're like, yeah, dude, you shouldn't be stealing, guy. Same thing here.
Juvie.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, you know what I mean? It's like,
Yeah.
you keep bragging about it, and you're like, dude, don't do it. Same with cheating. They're going to be bragging, and then they're going to get, brought to the ban wave, and they're going to go, man, my cousin, my brother, my sister, I dropped my controller. I got hacked. Like none of that counts. My controller cord is weird, and I'm like, dude, that's not how any of this works. They caught you because you were cheating, and they saw it, and they banned you. That's how this is gonna work.
Yeah, and I think there's been a lot of misconception around Rust Guard and not a lot of data out there because obviously the devs want to keep it to themselves because they don't want cheaters to know how they're tracking them. But we can say this: it's data driven, and no matter what you do from now on, you're going to start to see an influx of bans, and you're going to start to see real players come back. Now, I have my my reservations with Rust Guard, and I still have a ton of questions about it. But I think what it's doing now, I'm just going to leave those questions on the wayside and let it do its thing. And then I know with the implementation of the new recoil, it's going to change a lot because anybody using those scripts and stuff is not going to have a one up on you anymore because you can't do it.
Yeah, you're 100% right. With the new recoil changes, it's definitely gonna help. And think about it. Before, it felt like when they were doing some bans, but it felt so minimal. It didn't feel like it affected any of us, right? Yeah. But at least now it feels like they're making a dent, which feels so much better because we've been dealing with this hot trash for how long?
Yeah.
And now that we have some effective change, and now we're gonna get even more on top of that, that feels so great. I mean, I had somebody in my comments the other day go, brother, I signed in and I was dominating. I was like, I know, because all these people that were crunching it for so long are so bad. Like we're all way better than them because we've been playing the game. They haven't.
Well, I mean, there's something to say that this is probably going to be the biggest quality of life update in Rust Console's, you know, lifespan. When you do you remember when they did the randomized recoil on PC? How many cheaters got dropped,
I do.
and how
It was
big
a
of a
lot.
wave it was?
Yeah, it was a lot.
Now, keep in mind, PC is more of an open platform, so there's some more sinister cheats on there. But when that happened, you noticed a dramatic change on who's good, who's bad, who was
Yeah,
cheating, and then who's now learning how to play the game all over again. Because think about Rust in its entirety as a game, from like a holistic point of view. You have to add a couple things to be good at Rust: game sense and aim, right? Game sense and aim. When you take away game sense and you just have something you just gotta aim and just be like, oh yeah, man, I have no recoil, cool. But when you start to add those things back with quality of life fixes, people have to think again. Cheaters got to think again, and it's like, okay, well, guess what? You got to learn the game all over again because they're so used to being able to hammer us the whole time. But now they can't. It's just so great, the fact that they can't get away with it anymore and that people keep getting banned, you know?
I love it. It feels so good now because one of the major reasons why we play on consoles is we love it, but also like there's certain cheats that aren't available here that are running rampant on every game that's popular on PC. This isn't just a Rust thing.
For
It's
sure.
everywhere. Like, I mean,
It's
I
a
was just
plague.
on Razor Tip. It is, and it's like, and it helps. It doesn't help. It like it beats down the player base like badly, and it's like you'd be having the best time that somebody comes in and just cheats, and there's nothing you can do about it. Like they can see you through the wall. They know when you have an AK in your hand. They know where your TC is. I mean, it's demoralizing, and it's just like we don't have to deal with that here, and that's great. And the cheats that we do have now, which is M and K and scripting, is starting to get the ban hammer, which is fantastic. We start to get a more pure Rust experience, which is the best. We now have new gen. We now have, all the stuff we've been wanting. I mean, literally, we were flying around a minute ago, and it was like, dude, I love this. We haven't had helicopters in forever.
Yeah, and I mean, if you really think about it, you want to spend your money on a game that you want to grow. And I mean, when you're buying skins and stuff, you're endorsing or you're basically donating a studio your money to get a cosmetic, right? But also for them to spend it in the right way to give you the quality of life fixes you want in a game that you play constantly. And I think that's what's been done. They're spending the right way, and the direction of the game is finally going the right way, and cheating is just a massive damper on your experience when you're playing as the open world survival like Rust. I mean, you put hundreds and thousands of hours into a game for somebody to just be like, yep, I'm cheating, thanks for the loot. Thanks,
Well, when you think about it, it's different from another game where it's got like, what? Like a round-based game, because, yeah, you may have some cheaters in a round, but here you live next to these dudes for a week or a month, and you're like, dude, get them out of here.
Yeah.
It's the worst feeling.
I get mad when I have to live next to people like that, and I'm like, dude, I know what you're doing, and you're not tricking anybody,
Yeah, you're bad.
Mm-hmm.
Well, you're starting to see that. A lot of people now are getting scared. I mean, we even saw a post, I think it was from a forum that does, if I'm not mistaken, it was on Twitter. It was like the people that make the scripts were warning people to turn them off because they don't know why they're getting hammered, like in Battlefield 6.
Yep.
And I was like, brother, it's happening everywhere, and it's great.
Yeah.
I was like, good, keep rounding them up, dude. They're bad. And what's so funny is the people that play that use that crap on console, they have the mistake. They start to kid themselves that they're good, and watch when they get turned off, right? It's like they're so bad. Whether it's Battlefield, whether it's Rust, whatever,
Mm-hmm.
anything, right? It's Rainbow Six Siege, you name it.
100%.
So bad, and it's like, what happened, dude? You used to be so good. I was like, brother, I'm bad, and if I use a mouse and keyboard, I'll waste them. So it's like, dude, you're not good.
Mm-hmm.
Like if you play against actual PC players that use mouse and keyboard, they're gonna step all over you.
Yeah, I
It's
mean,
like I'm bad and I can beat you with a mouse and keyboard, but like I'm not using a mouse and keyboard, so like get with it. You know what I mean? Like
yeah.
use the controllers. That's what we're supposed to be doing.
Well, yeah, and I mean, it just goes to show you, once they made this big change and they didn't tell anybody about it, they're just like, hey, we got this anti-cheat system. It really didn't take effect in the beginning when they implemented it, and once that release happened, it just started gathering data, and then that data turned into bans, and now whatever they're doing on the back end is like starting to really, really deep dive into some of these players' trends and movements and recoil. I can loot you, no doubt. Oh, I can't hear because we're in bandit camp.
Well, I have my hands up.
But
You're cute.
I think it's all good changes. It's in the right direction. The cheaters are at minimum right now, and they're scrambling. They're going, to the third-party device websites. They're like, oh, well, how can I get my scripts back? It's like, you can't. You're
Well,
not
let's
going to
not
be able
forget,
to.
011 is not messing around. Like, if you've got content out there and you've got scripts, you're selling scripts, sharing scripts,
Oh,
they're
yeah.
coming after you legally. And I was like, good, get them out of here, dude.
Yeah.
They've been a scourge on this game for so long. I don't have any pity for that. It's so intentional if you're doing that kind of stuff. It's like, dude, get out of here. Nobody wants you here. If you really want to play mouse and keyboard, go play on PC. Or if they decide to go the route that DayZ did,
Yeah.
they're like, look, let's have mouse and keyboard servers only. Just a couple servers or whatever, and then like if you really want to use mouse and keyboard, go there. That's fine, but we don't have that here. So it's like you have to use a controller. You know what I mean? You have to.
Yeah, I think you have to, and I think if you're a younger gamer, don't fall for those ads you see for third-party devices. Like, they pitch it so in a positive way, and it's really not. It ruins economies in games. It ruins quality of life of games. It ruins a ton of different aspects of gaming when you endorse like companies like that. It's like keep it out of here.
As soon as you engage in that, whether you're doing it for revenge or whatever, you're now part of the problem. You are now the reason why this game is deteriorating.
Yep.
Okay? So just don't do it.
Yeah. And if you do elect to do it on your main with your skins. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
That's what I want you to do.
You totally won't get banned.
Yep.
You know what I'm
You
saying?
won't get banned.
We totally won't laugh at you
Yep.
and like make fun of you and go, yeah, good riddance to rubbish. That totally won't happen.
Yeah.
You're right.
You won't get banned or anything, and I won't
Keep doing it.
I won't be raiding your base while you're offline.
I totally won't report you directly to 11.
Yeah.
You're right.
You're
Nothing will happen.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Well, okay, so like another thing that I keep seeing kind of out there is people are like, hey, I'll just make a new script for this stuff. Well, the thing is, with this new recoil, it's changed, and there's random elements inside of it, which means the script can't actively combat against that because it doesn't know what the next random item's going to be.
Yep.
So it takes some of those, like the laser beam stuff that's been happening. I call it the cheater toolkit with an M249 and a scope on it.
I hate
Like
those guys.
you're not gonna see that anymore. Or if you do, it's gonna be a lot less effective.
And when you do see it, if it does happen, they'll probably be banned real quick.
Well, let's not forget, Battlefield was canon.
Oh,
people.
yeah, they were.
People were so adamant about it. Like, I'm just gonna keep doing what I'm doing. Rainbow Six Siege didn't catch me. Blah blah blah. Whatever. This is a whatever, and I can't be caught. And then boom, they're getting scooped right away.
Yeah.
And then to the point where they're like, guys, don't use this stuff.
Yeah.
People are getting banned, and we don't know why. I was like, good.
Yeah.
It's about time you guys got put on the ropes. You guys suck.
Yeah, no, cheating just ruins every single game, and I mean it's been an annoyance ever since Rust Console's birth, and any other game's birth. And let's be fair, it's not just Rust that this is happening in. This is happening in bigger titles, in bigger games that have been around for years, and it's good to finally have a little bit of comfort saying, I'm going to spend 50 hours this month playing a wipe, and I don't get clapped by cheaters. I get clapped by somebody who's legitimately playing the game as much as I am, and we're on an even playing field, So I mean,
I'm so glad to see it them get rounded up, dude. I'm happy about the Rust guard. I know it's got some improvements that we made, but like in addition with this recoil change, it's nothing but good stuff for us. And seeing people get banned is great.
yeah. And next gen Rust console is awesome. And don't forget, on the 30th, the I say primitive Rust console is being dumped. So,
True.
yep. Say goodbye. Out with the old, in with the new. So all good changes. I think I have nothing more to say about the cheating besides if you are a cheater, keep doing it. I can't wait to see you get clapped and banned. I
Watch,
definitely.
down in our comments, there'll be people with the copium,
Yep.
hardcore, going
Yep.
blah 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 this, blah 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 that, and then if you got the balls,
Yeah.
after you get banned, come in and be like, I got banned. It won't be like, told you.
Yeah. Yeah. It literally, if you get banned after coming in my comments, you gotta come to a live stream. You gotta come to the comments again and be like, you were right. But
Yeah,
that
and
would
we'll be
take
like,
some
I
big
know.
nuts.
Okay, we'll see you guys in the next one, and with the brand new updates, and hopefully a lot less cheaters.
Hopefully. There's gotta be.